Yes, everyone, here we are, Saturday morning in San
Beautiful
Fernando.
retrench.
Beautiful retrenched San Fernando,
McLean Drive.
McLean Drive. This is Lancy, this is Luis, and this unfortunately happens to be my cousin from Venezuela. Unfortunately, right?
Of course, I was me up.
I-
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry about Sorry.
Unfortunately, you're giving me a bath.
Oh, sorry, darling, sorry.
Harden, you see how that you have Uncle Lance
Yeah.
wetting me up.
His nickname is Harden. Harden.
Tell him how you get
Harden
that
is
name.
from Venezuela.
Tell him how you get that name, Harden.
No, I can't really explain that, and I would like Uncle Lance to explain that story. How come my name is Harden?
Well, his name happens to be Harden. And you know in Trinidad when they say, you're Harden, eh, boy? You just don't listen. You're Harden, eh?
You're hard head.
You're hard head, eh? Hard head.
Hard.
Cabeza dura.
Cabeza
Cabeza
dura.
dura. Hard head. Now, hard head got that name one night we went to a Venezuelan restaurant, courtesy of my dear cousin.
That is the Venezuelan.
Yes, the night we went to this
Video.
a Venezuelan video. You look back, you will see this handsome young man, this handsome Harden fella. And then we went to a supermarket. I think it was
basket.
food basket. And he sat behind the wheel just while the driver actually went inside. And a supermarket attendant said to him, you should not be parked on the pavement. The police will come and you're blocking those shoppers who go into their vehicles. And he said, okay. Then he left the car and I was standing outside. And the woman came back again and she said, where's the driver? He has not moved the car. And I said, I have no idea where he's gone. And she said, he hardened it. He hardened it. That boy hardened it. Well, of course,
The name stick on him now, Harden.
Of course, he not being of a Trinidadian culture, he didn't quite understand what Harden meant. But then he got to understand how hardened he really is. So he's
And he really Harden, you know.
he's
He
very
really
hardened. Now he has good ideas for doing a vlog. He wants to open a channel. He is inspired by Mama Lou and Lasana and Lyndon and whatnot.
So it's running in the family blood.
It's running in the family blood. He wants to open a channel, right?
But that is very good.
And he has a very
Yes.
good idea about doing this channel. This channel will involve, of course,
Sorry.
yes, you go right ahead. You go ahead. I'll give you some more room so that you can.
So
People
that
will
you will
see
see
you.
that you have Starboy material.
You have Starboy material, right? I'll bring this a little closer so you can hear him speak.
You can see he has movie star face.
Movie star face. You see, I hope you all are seeing him clearly. I could actually.
Movie star face.
I can actually bring it close to him.
Yes, you see that? Real movie star face.
Really resemble my family, you know, good looking.
Yeah.
Good looking.
Good looking Harden.
Yeah,
Good looking at.
Harden.
Yes.
So, the young fella now wants to do something that he has seen work, you know, publicly in Colombia. And this is, of course, involving the repair of, they call it hollow capping. They call it hollow capping. You have a hole in your driveway. He would like to come and he will provide the material, the labor, and he will charge you a little fee if you have a hole that your car is, your car is impeded in entering. He will take care of that.
So he's a patchaman.
He's a patchman. Yeah, right? So this is a good idea. Publicly, it may not work because we are governed here by the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Works.
So this is in somebody's yard.
So therefore, he can do it privately.
But
I'm
in the
encouraging
yard.
him to do it privately. If he can do it privately,
Not the public road.
Well, I would
No.
like to do it in the public road.
he would like to do it in the public road. But I have told him
No,
that is governed by,
yeah.
res-
If it's
there
a
are
private
restrictions
shop
to
in
that.
somebody's garage.
Yeah, there may be. You see, the older people get, is the less they are able to do things. So you have a lot of elderly folk who might be, driving into the driveway or to the walkway, and holes have developed, cracks have developed, and Harden here desires to come and invest his time, his material, and give you a nice
so
finish.
it's like he going to be like what you will call a handyman,
It would be like a handyman, but you
but
see,
specifically in that area.
in that area
But you can't do other things too, like wash cars and.
he could
different
probably
things
do all
like
those
that.
things, but his interest lies in being able to rectify particularly cracks
Driveways.
and holes in your walkway, your driveway,
Yes, not only public road.
particularly for elderly folk who might not be, like myself, for instance. I've grown a little handicapped in the sense that of age and of little ailments.
Little.
You mean plenty? Are you talking about plenty? Mama Lou doesn't have any confidence in me, love. So anyway, so Harden here is likely to work with material that will get really hard and fix up your place. So the word hard and harden, they go together.
Yeah, so that he could actually call his business Harden.
yeah, to harden things, right? So this is really. Do you feel that you are capable of doing this job? Let me hear it from your mouth.
Can you say the question again, please?
Yes, I will say the question again. Are you capable of doing such a job for people, particularly elderly folk?
Yes, and I would like to do it.
Okay, you have an ID badge. You're not going to be able to enter somebody's property just like that.
You have to get your ID card.
You'll have to have an ID card. Do you have an ID card?
Yes, I have an ID card of
At
Trinidad and
Trinidad.
Tobago. Yes.
Well, really, half
Harden have a ID card from Trinidad and Tobago.
and as well a learner's permit.
Oh boy, you're getting
a
right
learner's
here.
driving
Okay,
permit.
we need to back up a little bit. The rain is down, and we need to get a little back in the.
Well, you could come in, now listen more forward. You could come in the middle. You could pull your chair.
Okay, so we have a little distraction here.
Drive with a porch.
To all those,
Lasana have a drive with a kitchen. We have a drive with a porch.
don't let your hostess hear you say that, you know. So actually, but tell me something. You are here as a student,
As a student here.
right? You know, of course, you will not be able to work without a work permit.
No, but
No, this is private work.
Remember,
This is
I
private
am
work.
a resident of Trinidad and Tobago, and I don't need.
Oh, you're now a resident of Trinidad and
yes, I'm a
Tobago?
resident of Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, okay, you're registered as a resident.
Yes.
Okay,
so
my
I
friend.
will not need to apply for something to can work.
Yeah, and this is
Okay.
private.
These are little jobs that he is.
Little odd jobs.
Yes.
And that's why I'm asking you, Ralph, if there are other services you can eventually
For example,
offer.
power washing, too,
Right. So things like that. Washing of vehicles.
washing of vehicles, vacuum.
Yeah. And I tell you the truth, from our we have been in contact with Ralph for the last year, and I tell you the truth, Ralph is really good with elderly folks. He has that culture of being very caring and affectionate young man. You know, I admire how he treats Lance and I when we visit in the south, and he's around. He will make sure and hold my hands and take me back to the car. And even with Lance, he would want to wash Lance's car, do a lot of things to help.
Yes.
So I can highly recommend Ralph
Harden.
Harden to do hard work.
Pardon, Ralph. I don't know if the sobriquet now is going to be able to get you any jobs.
No,
Nobody
but-
wants a hardened man in their premises,
But,
you know.
but really, as elderly folks, for people who have children, sometimes are very busy, they're not able to do things for their parents, I will recommend that Ralph is someone you can trust to have in your old parents' home, to do any sort of outdoor work, whether it's to cut the lawn, you know, and run errands for them. He's very, very, very good. So
Right.
on my recommendation, I think that Ralph can do quite well.
So
What
we
do you
move.
have to say about Ralph, your cousin?
Oh, yes. If Ralph is anything like me, he's going to excel.
He is everything like you.
Oh,
as far as loving and caring and sharing.
Right. Very good. Yes.
So, and these are qualities. Sometimes, you know, people come to do a job by you, and all it is a job. $50 to do this job, they get $50 worth. But Ralph is the kind of person who we hope he would not be exploited, but he's the kind of person who will go the extra mile to make you pretty satisfied.
You know, you mentioned something there. $50 worth, you get $50 worth of the job. I remember when I was trying to fix my truck, and I'd gone to a certain gentleman, and he was fixing another truck, and he was painting it, whatnot. And I said, but there are some spots here that need to be done on this person's truck. And the man said, this is just a $500 job, so he's getting a $500 worth of the work.
That's what I mean.
And I thought I was tempted to move my truck out of there.
And you did get a whatever what a job there, because remember when another time you go to do a body job, you went somewhere else.
Yes.
And there inside of your truck, when you thought was well welded and nice, it was paper stuff.
Yeah.
But then you got a proper job to really repair it properly.
Yes. So sometimes, you know, you tell yourself this job is worth $500, and the person wants to pay you $300, so you get them a $300 job.
Yeah.
Anyway, to move on a little, it slips me a little bit. Yesterday we had 2 funerals in one day, and the first funeral, of course, was of a very elderly woman who had a beautiful track record, lovely track record, and a lot was said about the virtuous woman, and she fitted the bill well. The second funeral, of course, it was of a good old friend who passed away, and I want to say about that old friend that we enjoyed his company while he was alive. Belonged to the same fellowship. I wouldn't bother to call names, but we have enjoyed the company of that person. Of course, you know, the opportunity to say something was granted, but we didn't come forward. A lot was said about the gentleman, but Neither Louis nor I came forward. But I want to say now, really and truly, that we have enjoyed the fellowship of that one singular person. Then later on, I had to take Louise, and this is going to be spilling some beans here. I had to take Louise for a massage by our good friend Jackie, who lives in the Bel Air region.
One of the best therapists you could ever find.
Right. And the thing about it is that we did not say anything prior in any videos that Louise, that particular morning of an incident that will take place, I was saying to Louise, you know, as you grow older, chances are things will happen to you. You talk about Harden, why?
That's why he's laughing.
Chances are things will happen to you as you grow older, and they could mean the world of a difference. This is a conversation we were having in our bedroom.
5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning, and I said to Louise, you know, for instance, one of the things that attracts elderly folk is a fall. You could fall in the kitchen, you could fall in the bathroom, you could fall in the outdoors. Louise, you need to be very, very careful. I just want to show you the rain, because there's this person in Nevada who tells me they love to see the rain. So I'm going to just show it to you. One plaza out there. Mama Lou
Sunshiny face. Amongst the rain.
In the rain, yeah.
Another sunshiny face.
Yeah. So I said to Louise that morning, Louise, you are very spontaneous. Be very careful about where you go, what you do. She has this spontaneous craving to pull weeds out. She bends over, she pulls weed. I said, Louise, you're getting older, darling. You need to be very, very careful. What's happening, Louise? You're gonna wait there?
No.
All right, you come on this side. No.
No.
Oh, you want it there? Okay. Now she's gone to the hammock. Ralph, I will just kind of skip around here a little bit.
I have to go.
You have to go?
Yes.
Okay, my friend.
So, is there anything you want to say, Ralph?
No.
Based on the recommendation, say something. What you can do.
I wish all the best for Uncle Lance in this video.
Thank you. So here's Mama Lou now in the hammock. So,
Yeah.
so I said to Louise, Louise, you have to be very, very, very careful. You cannot be 10 years younger, and neither can I be 10 years younger. So we have to respect our age as we move along. Well, Mama Lou, I don't know whether it's Sanking, I don't know whether she's as hardened as Harden. But we went to Cora that day.
It's a week ago.
A week ago, eh? I'm getting the facts a little straight, not here. Went to Cora a week ago, and when we were up there, Lasana had to caution Louise that you are walking on the edge. Mommy, you are going to topple down. Gravity is going to pull you off that ledge and you are going to get hurt. Mama Lou, let me say it harden all around, right? Mama Lou came down and she laughed and she said, this is me. There Mama Lou ended up at the riverside.
Couldn't have a swim because.
Yeah, she couldn't have a swim
virus.
because she had the virus.
But
Yeah.
decided to go to the river as close as she can.
Yes, but here's the thing. At Pool 2, there's a circular area, or there's an alternative drive over some very bumpy parts, very scenic area facing the water, some beautiful bamboo. And if you go there, you will of course have to be very, very, very careful. So Mama Lou decides to go down these steps from the landing up there where we park your car. And it always happens, I don't know why, but it happens every time I am not around Mama Lou.
Cheerful.
I do not know if Mama Lou gets
Freedom!
freedom from me being so careful. Mama Lou gets this urge to be free like a bird.
Teenager.
The teenage crave has come back to Mama Lou full swing. And Mama Lou goes away down the steps, and I tell you, it's the gradient is kind of steep. And then I realized, hey, Mama Lou is not with me. Let me hustle and see that she's going okay. From the steps, I see Mama Lou with all, in the midst of all these roots. The bamboo behind, the water is there, she can't swim. Remember that day, we're not feeling well. Mama Lou comes down, and she's walking between these roots, these tree roots.
Which will take her closer to the river.
Take her closer to the river. She wants to smell the water, you see? She wants to smell the water. And suddenly, I am halfway down the steps, or maybe 3/4. And I was glad that she didn't topple down the steps. She's grown older, body not as supple as it would have been in her younger years.
Gosh.
And Mama Lou moves among those roots. And suddenly, Mama Lou is diving forward between the roots. And I cannot do a thing because I'm too far away. Ladies will do this. Well, I just stand up. And Mama Lou hits the ground. I see her knees striking it. I see her upper portion of the body hitting the ground. And Mama Lou has this peculiar way of jumping up as though she just dove into the river. No reaction, but I could tell that she's trembling. And I come to her, and my first reaction is, oh gosh, we talk about this morning, Mama Lou. We talk about it. You didn't take this thing to heart. This teenage drive that she has at that big age. Some people might say, good for you. Some people might say, oh, that's too hard, Mama Lou. You need to be careful. Well, we ran and we picked up Mama Lou. There were some gentlemen in the water, and they were very cautious. They said, please don't pull her up. Let her lie for a while. We don't know what has happened to her. We did. Finally, we raised her. She sat down there. Her leg was badly bruised, and
But
and she really had some bruises. Lasana said tomorrow those blows are going to really tell on your body, which they did tell on her.
it did not.
It did, Mommy,
It
your
did-
leg.
No, well, but you know how he thought I wouldn't be able to get out of bed or anything.
Again.
It was not. It was not like that at all. But I was black and blue on my upper leg and then under my knee, lower down there.
Right. So Mama Lou, well, I had this whole thing called Iodex. You remember Iodex? Iodex was a thing in the countryside. Mother used to use it a lot on if you had a blow, and she will also give you some aloes, scrape the aloes, put a little sugar in it if it was very bitter. But there's sweet aloes now too, eh? Good sweet aloes. You don't need to do that. Put it into water, let it soak, drink the water. And she would do that for about 7 days, saying that whatever internal blemishes there are, the aloes will take care of it. Aloes seems to be a really champion thing to work with. How you doing, partner? You alright?
Alright, Auntie.
Bernardo, how
You
you
come
going,
and sit down if
darling?
you like,
Nah,
Right?
let's come and see I'm going one time.
Where you going?
Hey,
Jackass?
yeah, man. All the best,
Nah,
man.
I'm going to go on as a fancy more vehicle.
Okay, brother.
Hey, how
All-
you feeling because you had the virus?
Nah, I good man, I good there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, Ronaldo. Take care.
Okay.
Good. So anyway, every night I would fix Mama Lou's leg and whatever part might be a little painful, and Mama Lou began to recover. But she felt that she was advised to go and see Jackie and get a full body massage, which she did. And this morning she's a lot better, much more comfortable. But I want to go back a little bit. When she fell, my reaction was not. It was brutal for me. Because if Mama Lou had not been stopped on the bank, she was going to fall between the concreted part. And people who go to pool too will know what I'm talking about. She'll fall between the concreted part and that narrow little area there with the roots.
Break a neck.
She probably would have
Break a
done-
neck and die.
Well, she's saying it. She's saying it. She know how close she came to it, right? But my reaction was, gosh, this woman does not listen, right? Later on, we did a reaction video. And I had to apologize to Mama Lou. I was sorry she was pulling out weeds and she wouldn't listen, and I felt that with your injuries, right?
No, that one was.
That was before? Okay, let's compound it a little bit. That reaction was to something else before. On
Pulling
the
out
road,
weeds.
Pulling out weeds. And then on top of that now it's compounded by this fall. So we did a
This
reaction.
one I was hardened.
Right. So it was compounded by this distressing event. So we did a reaction video, and I apologize for my reaction. How does one accept criticisms or reproof for something that has happened, right? Now, yesterday, after the funeral, got to the place
for the massage.
and a little bit of hesitancy on my part, and perhaps anxiety on Mommy's part. The trunk lid came down on both fingers. And when it squeezed me, Mama Lou was in a panic, because now the focus has shifted to me. But you know what it did for me? I suddenly remembered in all the pain and in all the blood gushing out because of being on aspirin and other blood thinners, I was bleeding quite a lot. I remember the reaction video, and all fight or reaction went clean out of me. Reason I'm telling you this is this. Sometimes we are told things for the benefit of others. But you know when it happened to me? Whatever reaction there might have been in me, oh gosh, Mommy, you could have been careful for my sake. There was absolutely no reaction.
This
It
is
is-
how when I fell.
Yeah, there was no reaction. I believe that the video that we put out there where I apologized to Mama Lou, she immediately began to say, Papa Lance, I apologize to you. She didn't say Papa Lance, she said, Lance, oh Lance, I apologize
No, I am sorry.
I am sorry. I am sorry. I'm so sorry. But she may as well have said, Papa Lance, I apologize, right?
No, it's more Louise to say, Lancy, I am sorry.
Nancy, I am sorry. So the point being that if we are learning from videos that try to help our frame of mind, we really need to take them to heart. We really need to take them to heart. We're not just making videos for the sake of having a topic.
And to
that
get
we-
views.
And to get views. We are making videos that help our responses, our reactions, our focus on life, our
Relationship.
relationships. We're trying to improve it.
And to see if we can help others.
See if we can help others. So at this point, we get a message with these two fingers. They're much improved. I wouldn't show you anything, but they're much improved. And I want to also say, we met a man in one of the funerals yesterday.
Kali Charan.
Harry Charan or
Harry
Kali?
Charan. Harry Charan.
Harry Charan, it was nice meeting you.
Yes.
It was really nice meeting you. You
And
were
he
wa-
was actually, his father was from Caracas.
Okay, okay.
And we knew him. His dad is now 90 and I am 73. So he was a young man when I was a little girl.
Right.
You know, so to see his son now, who's almost a little younger than I am, you know, and to know that he connected, you know, with us again, and he did explain,
Oh, you look gorgeous.
or he did say,
Yeah, yes.
I meet Jordan, I come up, we not see him.
Okay,
Okay,
right, fine. That's fine, yes.
Okay, then.
You look
You look
good, man.
lovely.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the things that he said was, I live and take some of your tips in my life, in our life as a married couple.
Right.
And although he is almost my age or our age, he was like thankful for the tip, thankful for, you know, something that can improve their relationship. So one feel happy to know that what we are saying to you all is actually trying on your own relationship and putting it into place. That's an encouragement. So thank you for this, and for all of you who do comment and say that you all appreciate the vlogs.
Yeah.
Thankful again to all of you. It's a beautiful wet morning in San Fernando, and one of the things I was told is to rest.
Yes.
I need to rest for the next 2 days. So I've started from this morning.
Yeah, so that means to say no lunch for me, yeah? Mama Luna has been told to rest. Already I didn't get breakfast. So I don't expect lunch. But I also want to say that we met two lovely young women yesterday after the second funeral. I want to say I met a woman named Khadija. And it reminded me immediately of the Khadija who came home one day and she
Whom we
visited.
still have to
Right.
meet.
And this Khadija who gave me this tie-dye, which I am very fond of, as you will see, she visits Senegal a lot, and she gave me this. And when I met for the second time another Khadija, I was very happy, and I immediately decided I must wear this, and I must compliment both Khadijas for being part of our life now. And the other girl, of course, was Vicky, Louise's good friend, mine's also. And Vicky, we want to say it was a pleasure meeting you yesterday evening. It was a real pleasure. So, the rain has again come down, and I know how folks abroad who might be heading into winter time. This
You
here,
see, wet rain.
wet rain, not hail.
And I can't see a beautiful answer.
Yes, of course.
So here we are at my niece, both her parents, my sister, Adele.
But they take good care of Louise and I.
Whenever
They
we come,
really
it's
take
like
good care of us.
visiting our own children,
Yes.
and we appreciate the family very much. That Their parents have gone on, but they continue to be very nice and kind and loving towards us.
Yes. We are hoping, I was hoping, that maybe we will, on our way back home, we will drive through Marabella, but it is not the ideal weather for it. There's going to be a lot of disturbance and
Lots of traffic.
lots of traffic. So we'll have to skip that because there's a wonderful account given by Michael Anthony in places in Trinidad and Tobago. And there's a lovely history that he has given regarding Marabella. He has done extensive work in pointing out the origin of certain areas, and Marabella is one of them. And when I read it, I said, you know, I must drive through and therefore highlight a little bit of what was in the man's mind when he was doing all of this. I will advise you to see if you can get this book by Michael Anthony, Places and Things, maybe places and people in Trinidad, Princess Tongue, Marabella, Blanchissuez, Maracas, St. Joseph. Lots of information. So folks, Mama Lou and I are going to enjoy this weather now. So have a good weekend. Be safe wherever you are. And here's a little bit of the rain without us speaking. So my friends, again, all the best to you. And let me give you a little bit of sunshine in all this rain.